I mean?
All right. G, news broke yesterday.
Yeah.
Ryan Garcia's B sample tested positive for Ostarine as well. Ryan's lawyers come out and said that they took a separate hair follicle test, that it came back negative.
Yeah.
The test wasn't with VADA. It was independent. I don't know who did it.
Yeah.
So now you got people talking back and forth like, oh, well, the hair test was negative, and oh, but the B sample is positive. Like, what do you make of this whole situation?
That back and forth shit is corny because they don't put as much effort into real cases, like when motherfuckers be on trial, they don't put that much effort into it. You know what I mean? You gonna go get a piece of his hair. That's anything to say and do. The thing is, if nothing would have came up, we wouldn't be having this conversation. If it wasn't nothing. The fact that it was something, he got to be held accountable. You know what I mean? Because if Devin Haney would have did that to him, it would have been a problem. I mean, simple. It would be a big problem. You know what I mean?
Do you feel like it's too much picking and choosing in boxing?
Of course, there's a lot of picking and choosing, and too much of it going on. The thing is, though, when it's time to be real about something, you got to be real about it. That ain't supposed to happen. If it's something that we got on the list that says, in this list, you can't have this, but here's a few things you can fuck with. You know what I'm saying? But everything that come up is on this side. It's like, come on, bro. And you want people to respect that. The hurt part of where everybody hurting at is the people who lost money, people who won money, that some of them gonna have to get their shit back. You know what I mean? Depending on where you bet at. People gonna want their bread back. It's gonna be a lot of shit. You know what I mean, with this situation. And that's like really the bad part about it. Like, I mean, it's not like we never seen it before, but remember, it was the build up, it was the hype, it was everything that was being said about I'm knocking him out, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And you do that, and then it's like, hold up, but this is why that happened. It's like, oh man, we can't really respect you. You know what I mean? And like I said, if that would have been my folks, it would have been a big problem. Like a big problem for real. Because that's basically, I might as well take a hammer and hit you in your head with it.
Does also it factor into the way the fight ended up looking?
That's what I'm trying to say, though. If he would have won on some, damn, Garcia needs this next round to win it. You know what I mean? The fight's pretty even. All right, he won the rest. He was punching the shit out there. Like when we speak on the confidence of him, right? Sometimes when Dev would throw, he would act like he not even affected by it in any little way. Because he knew if I hit you with this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's a different confidence. When Dev shot that jab and he caught him with that hook, he really ain't react too much to the jab. He was so focused on that hook. I'm going to turn this fucking hook over. It was almost like Dev wasn't even there. You know what I mean? And to beat him up like that and to put everything on God and then you out here looking for all these praises, but to know that you cheated, that's crazy. I don't know.
It's a whole lot that goes into the optics of it, right?
Yeah.
So first when he tests positive, you know, he's calling conspiracy, he's blaming this person, he's blaming Victor Conte, he's blaming VADA, everybody's out to get me, all that.
Yeah.
Then when people screenshot him on the DAZN, build up of the fight, he got an IV in his arm.
Yeah.
It gives the optics that, like, people aren't going to necessarily give you the benefit of the doubt when you, like, collect all the information. But I do feel like they should let them investigate before people should start, you know, acting like they definitely know.
Yeah.
Nobody knows yet.
Yeah.
Except for the people that have the details.
Yeah. But it's crazy because in the regular world, in the normal everyday world, when we see a man walking down the street, he looking up in the sky, he talking to himself, or he blurting out crazy shit. One thing we say, and that motherfucker on something. Something ain't right. Well, what's going on? That was the results. We saw it. We saw it the whole time, and we act like we couldn't pick up on it or we didn't see it, and we gonna try to ignore it. Let's call it what it was. He was trying to get Devin Haney out of boxing. He was trying to finish it. You know what I mean? He was on some Ivan Drago shit. You know what I mean? That's what he really was on. So I think he got paid for that. But the kind of penalty they thinking about, I'm not thinking about. You know what I mean? It's two different. Because that ain't cool. He could have hurt that boy bad. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you do it fair and square, hey,
more power to you.
I gotta give you credit. I gotta tell you, but to know you had something going on, even if it was a little something, it still was something. Because that's everybody's thing too. It was just a smidgen. It was just a little bit in there. Like, that's all it takes. Yeah, but that's not how it worked.
Yeah, but when people say that, and then you see the IV in the arm, like IVs are for two reasons in boxing, right? To rehydrate, but also to flush stuff. Yeah. So I don't know. Like you telling me it was a small amount, but me saying that, like I'm inclined. Let these dudes do their investigation.
But it don't even matter if it was a small amount because what happens is when that shit's cycling through your system, you're using it to enhance your workout, enhance your performance. So over time, you're building muscles you ain't never had, or you building the lung expansion that you never even knew you had. You know what I'm saying? So shit getting so crazy, by the time you get to the fight, it could be pissed out of you as far as the dosage, but what you built ain't going nowhere for another 3 months. You gonna feel like that for 3 more months, strong as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And ask the motherfuckers in my line. Ask anybody ever took something or just even did strength conditioning. Bro, that shit can last. That shit be on your body for a minute. You be feeling good for a minute.
For clarity purposes, for everybody that's watching, I've been on steroids before. Right? So I know that shit. Now, he wasn't on steroids. Ostarine isn't a steroid, but I've been on steroids before. Right. That shit make you feel superhuman.
Right.
So I would advise Ryan, shut up. Let the process be the process. Let your lawyers do the talking. Stop running to social media and trying to, I guess, pardon yourself. It doesn't work that way.
But that's why I would have a problem with it, because it's like he knew, he agreed, he was with it. Yo, and come in 3 pounds over. I mean, that's some diabolical shit. You know you want some shit, and you coming in 3 pounds over. Yeah, that's a rough one, man. That's a rough one.
Last joint, G. Rumor is Sebastian Fundora versus Errol Spence is a done deal for October in Dallas.
Yeah.
I think we all saw this coming. You saw Earl hop in that ring. PBC guys don't hop in the ring unless it's for something. Right. 9 times out of 10.
Right.
All right. What you think of that fight?
It's tough, but I can kind of see why they're making that fight. Of course, location is everything in a fight like this. The two fan bases. Also, Errol Spence, we know, has wear and tear, but when you look at Fundora's career, also wear and tear, even in his last fight. They both got lost, and they both trying to prove that they still got it. I think that makes for a great fight. I don't like the fight for Earl coming back, only because Earl been out for a little while, and this is a big step to go up in weight and fight a guy this big after just going through what he went through. But I respect him, because if you're gonna do it big. I mean, and they said they only do it that way out in Texas, so I respect his hand.
Mindset wise, how can he get it done, Jay?
Oh, he gonna have to work. Errol Spence gonna have to get in there and work. He gonna have to. Of course, he got to be moving his head, but he got to be working right off the movement, right off the slip, or right off the roll, or if he crowd him, he got to work. Like he got to make sure he punching, and that's really the main thing. You gonna have to outwork Fundora. You ain't gonna be. Errol Spence is not the type to sit outside and be trying to score shots and just look for. No, Errol gonna have to go make sure his legs up under him and go in there and really work and let his hands go.
What's the shot? Like, what should be the shot of focus?
No, all of them. Ain't no one. All of them are focus. You want to touch him all over, especially the body. The body right there.
Hey,
especially the body.
Hey, Earl, if you're hearing this, you already know what time it is, Earl. Come to Philly now.
Yeah, but that's more so a fight. Like, it ain't even got nothing to do too much with what the styles look like. He got to go in there and work.
No, I'm saying come to Philly. Come holler at GH.
Well, no, for sure. But the main thing with Fundora, you got to outwork him. That we got to be ready to, at least. I mean, because you might not have to go through a whole lot of trouble, but you can't bank on that with a guy that big.
Does Sebastian Fundora and Errol Spence set up a Terence Crawford rematch at 54?
I don't think we see Terence Crawford in the ring with Fundora or Spence right away. I don't know what it is about Crawford, but I be feeling like they try to give him a hard way to go everywhere he goes. So I don't know. I see them coming up with something else for Crawford. As long as Crawford take care of Madrimov.
Yeah, but okay, what else is there? It's the guy at IBF. Remember, Crawford, he's trying to get undisputed at 54. So is this their way of stopping Crawford's undisputed, or is this their way of setting up?
Think about who he becomes if he becomes 3-division undisputed champion of the world.
That puts him there with Henry Armstrong.
Bad motherfucker. I don't think they trying to get him to Crawford. I don't think they want to do it.
Now that there's been some time in between, right? What's the outcome of that if it is a rematch at 54 2025?
What you talking about? You said if it's a rematch between Spence and Crawford?
Spence and Crawford at 54 2025 now.
I don't even really want to see it. Same type of fight. Same type of fight. I think we're going to see Errol be stronger, but same type of fight.